Lan Fu traveled to the world of Pokémon, becoming a Geraola and receiving a system. The system said, do tasks, get points, and return to go home. Blue Fu is moving towards the direction of this home. Ha! What is this? Walking grass. Conquered. Green caterpillar. Mine. Little cat monster. Let's go together. Lucario My husband. Chapter 1. Car accidents. Becoming a Geraola. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Comment section to attract traffic for oneself, male to female, unchanging person, not being tamed by others. Another protagonist appears around 30 chapters. You can start reading from the middle of chapter 2 to become a Geraola. Asterisk Blue Fu. The treasure bestowed upon his parents by heaven. Xiaofu, what do you want to eat tonight? Lan Mu turned her head from the front passenger seat and kindly asked the back seat who was admiring the beautiful blue ode of the Geraola. Lan Fu is 22 years old this year, and during holidays, he went out with his parents to play all day. It's 5:30 p.m. now, and the family is preparing to go out for dinner and then go home. Looking away from the Geraola on the mobile phone, Lan Fu looked at Lan Mu, thought for a moment, and said, just go downstairs and go home after eating the fried rice. Mother likes fried rice downstairs. Okay, okay. Child smashes dad. Go home. Okay. Suddenly. A car suddenly changed lanes and charged straight towards the car where Lan Fu was sitting. Blue Father didn't have time to brake or change lanes, and the two cars collided suddenly. They are driving on the winding mountain road. Accompanied by the piercing friction sound, both cars rushed out of the fence and fell off the cliff. I'll go. That person's drinking. It's a cliff down there. Call the police. Call 120. What are you waiting for? Lan Fu only felt a violent shake, and his eyes were in chaos. He took off and his phone flew out, bouncing back and hitting his face. My mind was blank, with the sound of wind and screams in my ears. With a bump, his head hit the glass. In this moment, Lan Fu seemed to hear a click sound. He didn't realize it was the sound of his skull shattering, so he fainted. The picture of the Geraola on the screen of the phone on my face flickered and then went black. He only feels a great headache. I don't know how long it took, but Lan Fu felt that the sun was very big and shaking. After trying several times, he finally opened his eyes. He sat up with his hands supporting him, selectively ignoring the touch on his hands. The first thing Lan Fu did after sitting up was to ask his parents if there was anything wrong. Nonsense, when falling off a cliff, shouldn't the first thing you should ask, are you still alive? Ola. Lan Fu originally wanted to call out to his mother, but as soon as he spoke, he heard the voice of Geraola. He froze in place, feeling a bit strange in his hands. There is a furry, fleshy touch on the hands. Lan Fu looked at his own hand. This shiny yellow paw, this lightning-shaped black stripe, this full and bouncy blue meat mat. As the CP leader of Geraola and Lucario, Lan Fu recognized at a glance that this was the Thunder Phantom Beast, Geraola's hand. If he were an orphan and now he has become his favorite Pokémon, Geraola, he would definitely be ecstatic. But if he becomes Geraola, where are his parents? Has it also become a Geraola? With such speculation in his arms, Lan Fu called out to his parents. Geraola. Mom. Geraola. Dad. The blue current flows and jumps between its feet and the ground. He loudly called out to his parents around him. As long as one's parents are still alive, awake, and around, they will definitely respond to him. Unfortunately, things are not always going as planned. Lan Fu ran around twice and asked many Pokémon around him, asking if he had encountered a Pokémon that looked like him. All of them ended in failure. He sat on the ground helplessly. Although he is already old, he no longer relies on his parents. However, He witnessed himself and his parents falling off a cliff together, regenerating Geraola, while his parents were nowhere to be seen. Chapter 2. System. You are listening at novelfull.audio. System loading. A phantom blue panel suddenly appeared in front of Lan Fu, with 3 large loading on it. System. Where are my parents? As if encountering some savior, Lan Fu grabbed the floating panel and shouted loudly. Emotionally excited, he even vigorously shook the panel, but unfortunately only 3 cold loading replied to him. Ding. Loading completed. This system is named Fanxing, host, please don't panic. Your parents haven't died or come to this world. You can first care about yourself. Upon hearing this cold mechanical sound, Lan Fu finally became less excited. What about me? What about me in the real world? Are I dead? His parents are already in their 40s, and he is the only child in this lifetime. If I die myself, ding. Don't worry. You're just becoming a vegetable. Just. The electric cat's paws flickered with electricity, and if possible, this panel had already been electrocuted by him. Ding. Can you listen to me finish speaking? Although you have become a vegetative, the time flow of the 2 worlds is different if you work hard, maybe you can go back. Lan Fu breathed a sigh of relief. Ding. Actually, just think about what you want to say in your heart, I can hear it. Please do not make loud noise. If it were in an anime, the corners of Lan Fu's mouth would definitely start twitching wildly. Okay, single quotation marks represent when conversing with the system. With a sigh of relief, Lan Fu once again said to the system, open the beginner gift package. Ding. Did I mention that you have a beginner's gift package? Shouldn't there be one? The system is silent. After a while, he spoke again and said, ding. Alright. Actually, there really is. A jumping gift package appeared on the blue panel. Lan Fu clicked a few times and the gift package was opened. Ding. Congratulations on obtaining. Moo Moo fresh milk, unlimited supply, ding. Congratulations on obtaining. Tree fruit, unlimited supply, ding. Congratulations on obtaining. Alliance coin, unlimited supply, ding. Congratulations on obtaining. Move, plasma lightning fist, high speed movement, 100,000 volts, skills can be exchanged with points or learned by oneself, good thing, good thing. Blue Fu is ecstatic. Except for the unlimited supply of alliance coins which are temporarily useless, everything else is of great help to oneself. System, how can I go back to my original world? Ding. Don't rush yet. It's impossible in the short term, so make going home your ultimate goal. Going home requires a large amount of points, which can be exchanged for task values. How many points do you need? Ding. I won't tell you for now. Why? Because there are a few zeros behind it, I'm afraid it might scare you. A thoughtful system has been identified. The blue meat pad of the electric cat lightly touched the panel, and the panel returned to the main interface. Host. Blue Fu, gender. None, system detection, analyzed from factors such as voice and personality, system guesses the host was a male in a previous life, race. Geraola, level 1, skill. Plasma lightning fist, high speed movement, 100,000 volts, holdings. Moo Moo fresh milk, tree fruit, alliance coins, task value. 0 points. 0, take out a bottle of Moo Moo fresh milk from the system backpack and finish it with a gulp. The level of Blue Fu has reached 11. The upgrade experience details come from Pokémon Origins. After all, he didn't eat before coming here, and Lan Fu casually picked a few tree fruits to eat, barely making a living. Drinking too much fresh milk makes my stomach feel uncomfortable. Recalling the energy cube he saw in his previous life's novel, Lan Fu swallowed a mouthful of saliva. I don't know what energy blocks taste like. I heard it can increase your handsome, strong, cute, and beautiful values. Chapter 3. The World of Withering. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hello, hello. System ding. What are you doing? Hurry up, how do we get this task value? He wants to earn task value as soon as possible, exchange points as soon as possible, and then go home quickly. Although turning into a big black-skinned cat is quite, super, not, level, wrong, great, however, real life is more worthwhile for him. Ding. Completing tasks can earn corresponding task values. Also, although I am a system, I have a name, my name is Fanxing. So you actually posted it. During the conversation, another blue current surged through. The stars have completely figured it out, and this electric cat will discharge when it gets excited. This habit needs to be changed, and if we have to fight in the future, we will definitely suffer losses. Fortunately, I don't have any physical presence and won't be electrocuted, ding. Before releasing the task, let me explain the world to you first. I believe you have just noticed that the world is not very peaceful. To be honest, Lan Fu really didn't notice anything during the lap he just ran. Upon hearing the stars say this, the golden cat looked around. The temperature is very hot now, it should be summer, the season when many plants bloom. But most of the surroundings were empty shrubs and bare trees with few leaves. The grass is also wilting, drooping, and there is not a single flower on the ground. There are not many common Pokémon, such as walking grass, green caterpillars, and unicorns, at this moment, and the only one or two are also absent from autumn. Just a dialect. Anyway, you just need to know what it means. Ding. For some reasons, it has caused the withering of this area. Ding. Long-term task 1. Identify the causes of wilting in the region, reward. 10,000 task values. Long-term task 2. Assist in restoring withered areas to their original state, reward. 100,000 task value. Ding. Whether it's a long-term task or a regular task, if you can't or don't want to complete it, you can cancel it for free. Lan Fu stared at the tasks on the panel and asked, how many task values can I exchange for points? Ding. 100 task values can be exchanged for 1 point. How many points can we go back? The stars display a number on the panel. 10, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Looking at the possibility of more than 10 zeros on the screen, Lan Fu briefly gave up his enthusiasm to go home. It's better to do the task with peace of mind, anyway, one day we will go back. Ding. If you want to complete a long-term task, the host's current state is a bit difficult. Kind stars have thought for a moment and decided to give you some ordinary tasks. What a kind star. Lan Fu felt speechless about the system's boastful behavior. However, one can only obediently listen to the system, stand up and walk around, and see what tasks can be triggered. The blue meat pad lightly touched the panel, and the panel with a color similar to the meat pad changed into a void. After walking a distance, the electric cat vaguely heard some sounds. Ooh ooh, it sounds like the sound of a certain cracked space larva. Ba ba ba, the sound of a green caterpillar. And it sounds like calling for help or something. The voice is very faint and hazy. Lan Fu searched everywhere for a long time before finally finding the green caterpillar calling for help behind a shrub. Next to the green caterpillar is a weak butterfly. Lan Fu has never seen such a butterfly before. I feel that Badafang sounds a bit better. Chapter 4. First Aid. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the comments section, see the Geraola claw pad. Bada Dai lay on the ground, with its left wing still intact, but its right wing torn open from the middle. My body is dirty and several wounds have worsened. A green caterpillar is right next to the butterfly, pushing and shoving it while making a woo-woo sound. Ding, task. Rescue the dying Bada Dai. Reward. 100 task values, ding, release task. Inquire about the people who harmed Ba Dadi and bring them to justice, reward. 500 task value, several electronic collective sounds echoed in Lan Fu's mind. It seems that someone intentionally harmed Ba Dadi. I guess it's a Pokémon hunter. Seeing that Ba Dadi is not a rare Pokémon, I'll harm it. Lan Fu hated people who hurt small animals for no reason in his past life. Although Ba Dadi is an insect, it is also a Pokémon and is very gentle. Some people like to crawl pets. Lan Fu was about to pick up Ba Dadi when he reached out his hand, but hesitated. Ba Dadi is a Pokémon, and from its appearance, it is also a bug. Although Ba Dadi is beautiful, it cannot change its nature as a bug. Lan Fu was the kind of person in his past life who was afraid of insects. It's okay to look far and close, but as long as you climb onto yourself high and low, I'll give you a pole dance. After hesitating for a while, he still made up his mind and gently wanted to pick up the butterfly on the ground. But it was stopped by the green caterpillar. Don't touch it. It's almost dead. What else do you want? I won't harm it. I want to save it. His caterpillar. The green caterpillar clearly didn't believe it, and suddenly sprayed silver threads around Lan Fu's feet. Let him take me away, Ba Dadi suddenly spoke weakly. Anyway, I'm almost dead too. Ba Dadi's voice became increasingly weak, and the last two words were almost inaudible. Release a burst of blue current, and Blue Fu pulls his feet out of the brittle silk. The electric cat lifted the green caterpillar onto its shoulder and picked up the butterfly on the ground. System. Lead the way. Go to the Pokémon Center. An arrow that only Lan Fu could see appeared in front of him. The blue electric light jumped under his feet, and the electric cat was almost about to take off. He intentionally used his claws to wind the Ba Dadi. The green caterpillar fluttering in the wind. No love left. Even in the deep mountains and forests, with speeds comparable to lightning, the three Pokémon including Lan Fu quickly arrived at the nearest Pokémon Center. The more he runs, the cooler his heart becomes. The surrounding forests are displayed to the outside in a withered form. After entering the city, there are dilapidated buildings everywhere. The city is deserted and desolate. How could there be a Pokémon Center in this withered place? Ola. Is anyone there? Wake up Joey, who fell asleep at the bar, and Lan Fu handed her the butterfly and green caterpillar, gesturing for her to rescue them. Ah. Why? Ah. How could this Pokémon be so badly injured? Suppressing his curiosity about the golden cat, Joey took the butterfly and green caterpillar, called on the lucky egg sitting on the side while sleeping, and entered the emergency room. The emergency room closed the door and the lights above lit up red. Ola. Wishing you peace. First aid is definitely not something that can be done in a short time. Lan Fu is not foolish enough to wait for the first aid. Although I haven't seen how long it takes for Ba Dadi's emergency treatment. At least it will take a few hours. He returned to the place where he found the butterfly, trying to search for some clues. Hey, hello, system, give me a prompt. Ding. Do you want a prompt? Change the task value. The senior of the Bureau of Statistics once told Fanqing. To improve performance, one cannot indulge the host too much. Charge for what you want. Fanqing cast a big zero in Lan Fu's mind, indicating that he currently has no mission value. Okay. The butterfly and the green caterpillar have many new injuries on their bodies, and Lan Fu speculates that the poacher did not go far. Quickly running back to where they were found, Lan Fu observed the surroundings. There are hardly any Pokémon within a radius of 10 miles, and the only few are common Pokémon like Little Lotta, Green Caterpillar, Walking Grass, and Trumpet Sprout. Afterward. I initially used Ba Da Ba because it sounds a bit better. But later on, I had to struggle whether it was riding a dragon, or Laplace, Mini Q, or Mini Hill. We have to use the revised version uniformly. There may be some areas that have not been changed. Welcome to Catch Insects. Chapter 5. Walking Grass. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just to mention in advance, the author has never played a game similar to Pokémon and is not very familiar with Pokémon regions and so on. Just assume that I'm just making it up. The first step in finding someone is to observe the surroundings. This blue foo has already been done. There are no traces of cars, knives, or guns around. From the perspective of the system's tasks, only this area is withered. So it's not ruled out that people have to transport all the Pokémon out of this area in order to save them. But after thinking about the Bada butterfly, who was so seriously injured, and the green caterpillar, who didn't believe anyone, Pokémon, wait, don't believe anyone or Pokémon. Nabada Dai must have been attacked by Pokémon. However, wild Pokémon certainly do not have such strong purpose, leaving only common Pokémon. That must have been someone directing Pokémon to attack. The second step in finding someone is to inquire. Hello. Faced with the trembling walking grass, Lan Fu tried his best to appear kind. I don't taste good. If possible, there must be 3 black lines on Lan Fu's forehead at this moment. Do you look like the kind of Pokémon who can eat Pokémon? Who wants to eat you? I don't eat Pokémon. In order to appear more amiable, Lan Fu specifically asked the system for a bottle of moo milk. At the moment of opening the lid, a rich aroma drifted in. As soon as you smell the walking grass, you know that this thing is good for you. Lan Fu poured some milk into the lid and handed it to the walking grass. The latter couldn't wait to take a deep breath. Walking grass gender. Female sign, level 7, skill. Impact. Normally, walking grass can learn to impact at level 0, with 12 levels of poisonous powder, 15 levels of absorption, 17 levels of paralysis powder, and 19 levels of sleep powder. Answer me a few questions, I'll give you all of them. The more Lan Fu thought about it, the more he felt like he was trafficking children. He shook the moo milk in his hand. At first, Walking Grass was pondering whether to believe in this golden humanoid Pokémon. After the other party took out the fresh milk, she was shaken. You can get delicious food by moving your mouth. Moreover, as Pokémon, Walking Grass feels the pure aura emanating from the golden cat. This is a young Pokémon who is just starting out, has not experienced social danger. In theory, it has not been tamed yet. Duo. Walking Grass said that things have been going wrong around here since about 2 months ago, and she cannot say the specific situation. All plants and grass magical treasures seem to have entered a winter state within a day, which people call withering. At first, people were still trying their best to save it, but no matter what, it was of no use. The withering of plants became more and more evident, and all the trees and fruits rotted, leaving no food for Pokémon or humans to eat. People have to move out of this area. This forest is very unique, and rare magical treasures often appear. Like some kind of dream demon, Casey, and the minion Joker. People have arranged a dedicated car to pick up the Pokémon from other areas. The cars come to pick up a portion of the Pokémon every once in a while, and so far they have picked up almost 3 quarters. As for why not use the teleportation device from Pokémon Center? The elves are all wild, can't we beat each one to death and then subdue and teleport? That's too unethical and troublesome. Chapter 6. Am I an Imperial Beast? You are listening at novelfull.audio. There are both good and bad people in the world. Walking Grass said that some people specifically pick up those rare Pokémon, but they don't care about Little Lotta, Walking Grass, Green Caterpillar, Popo, or anything they like. Some even intentionally harm. Duo, her third uncle's aunt's grandson was directly run over and killed by those people. Blue Fu has a strange expression. Although it's really despicable to hurt Bakmeng. But this, grandson of the aunt of the third uncle, is very dramatic. Let's get to the point. So, it must have been done by Pokémon hunters or black market merchants, and it's definitely not good. Thank you. Lan Fu handed the bottle of mooing fresh milk to Walking Grass just now, and he was very considerate without covering it, afraid that Walking Grass wouldn't be able to open it without his hands. So, I'm leaving. Walking Grass hesitated and wanted to say something, but in the end she stopped Lan Fu. Can I go with you? What? The golden cat stopped in its tracks. Walk with him. Didn't you just be afraid that he might eat her? Why? Speaking with some embarrassment while walking. This bottle is so big, I can't finish it all at once. Okay. So it's this one. Then let's go together. With one hand picking up the mooing fresh milk on the ground, throwing it into the system space, and with the other hand picking up the Walking Grass, Lan Fu walked towards the hospital. Ding! Conquer the Walking Grass and reward 200 task points. What kind of thing? Conquer the Walking Grass. Are you just a Pokémon? Can't Pokémon be tamed? Reminder host, give 200 to peers, and give 500 to players using the ball to subdue. Thank you again, then. If you surrender, surrender. You were already a person in your past life. Human beings tame Pokémon and call them trainers. So now I can be considered a training beast. It's better to be a beast tamer. So my identity from now on is being a beast tamer. In the league competition, a handsome Geraola took a Pokémon ball from his waist and threw it onto the field. Geraola. Go ahead. Walking Grass. Use impact. When Lan Fu walked slowly with the Walking Grass to the Pokémon Center, it was already around 7 p.m. Pushing open the door, inside were Joey and Geely Egg who were sleeping. And, a butterfly flying aimlessly in the air, and a green caterpillar crawling all over the ground. The crack on the right wing of the butterfly has already been sewn on, and it is barely strong enough to fly in the air for a short while. Ding! Complete the task. Rescue the dying butterfly, reward. 100 task values, yeah. After seeing the newcomer, Dotty flew over to Geraola's side and affectionately rubbed his head with his own. The green caterpillar also called out, woo woo woo, and crawled towards Lan Fu. Green caterpillar, Dotty, do you want to follow me? I'll avenge you all. At this moment, Lan Fu is looking at the green caterpillar and the butterfly, as if he is looking at 1,000 mission points. Okay. Dotty glanced at the green caterpillar and said, I can't. Why? 500 mission values flew away. Dotty said that she still has many children. Some are not yet born, some are starving for food, and there is no ability to protect themselves at all. She needs to go back and protect her children, which is her responsibility as a mother. And this green caterpillar is the child she can handle the most. I'll give it to Lan Fu. I understand. Ding! Conquer the green caterpillar and reward 200 task points. And under this chaotic and prolonged babbling, Joey surprisingly hasn't woken up yet. I'm not sure if Lan Fu wants to pay, but in any case, just put 500 alliance coins here first. Afterward. At first, Lan Fu was only subdued for task value, but later it was due to emotions. In short, the Pokémon who follow Blue Fu cannot be too weak, as each Pokémon has their own strengths. Chapter 7. White Car. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the comments section, watch Geraola eating ice cream, green caterpillar gender. Male sign, level 9, skills. Impact, spit silk, vampire, those who know it are a bit more careless than those who walk. However, if I remember correctly, a green caterpillar can evolve into an armored pupa at level 7, and a butterfly at level 10, right? This one is level 9 and hasn't evolved yet. Ding, release task. Identify the reason why the green caterpillar does not evolve and let it evolve. Reward. 200 task value, since the system is large, I have spoken. Blue Fu, there is no reason not to do it. But what needs to be done now is looting. Bah, take a look at the shops around and see if there are any red and white balls. 600 task value. I'm here. There are luxury balls and master balls, which are the best. Of course, this is not what Blue Fu can ask for now. In order not to affect its speed, the electric cat placed the walking grass on its head and let the green caterpillar lie on its shoulder. The blue grass lay in the blue and golden fur, with its feet swaying comfortably. Don't say it, it's still a bit heavy. Lan Fu felt that over time, his neck would be crushed and broken. The green caterpillar collapsed on Lan Fu's shoulder and tightly grasped him with its suction cup-like feet. 2.9 kilograms of insects. Rounded up to 6 pounds. Where are we going? Get stronger. The big cat suppressed its impulse to discharge and pretend to be coerced, fearing that it might accidentally electrocute the two little ones. You said that the attribute of walking grass is grass type, the attributes of green caterpillars are insect lineages, right? Who knows what he's worried about? Being careful is always right, isn't it? Starry. Do not QO. Suddenly, the golden cat remembered something. Ola. Do you mind Pokemon balls? Do. Elf ball. Aha. What is that? Oh, right. Haven't the two little ones seen Trainer and Pokemon Ball yet, have they? Then, let him, this beast of defense, come and popularize science. Aura. Aura, green caterpillar. May I ask first, how did your mother get injured? Oops, let me think, that was an ordinary morning, not an ordinary morning. Several white cars drove into the withered forest. Everyone thought it was for relief. After all, in the past, cars would send them food, check their physical condition, and take some Pokémon to a place. A place that is millions of times better than here. The white car extended its huge robotic arm and rudely grabbed the nearest few Pokémon. Ba Dottie quickly realized something was wrong. One by one, the flying Pokémon collided with the white vehicles, but unfortunately they all lost their effectiveness like scraping. Paralysis powder and sleep powder also have no effect on cars. Not affecting people driving vehicles. A robotic arm rudely pushed through the bushes, and as long as it moved forward a little further, her children would perish in the underworld. Touch. A huge collision sound sounded. Ba Dottie collided with the windshield of the car, trying to block its progress with her own body. How can butterflies compare to cars? Grass. What are these asterisk things? The windshield wiper whizzed down the butterfly on the glass. A red light flashed by. Big wolf dog. Flame teeth. Due to staying in the tree all the time, the green caterpillar cannot see everything that has happened. That's all the green caterpillar knows. Blue Fu has a strange expression. Green caterpillar. You said, you saw a red light flash by, and then a gray Pokémon appeared, right? After this incident, the green caterpillar's impression of the Pokéball and trainer is definitely not good. Yes. At that time, there were leaves blocking it, and I could only vaguely see a little through the gaps in the leaves. The person threw a ball from the car window, red and white in color, and then a whoosh of red light flashed past, and the big wolf dog was released. That ball must be very powerful, isn't it? A small ball can actually fit such a big Pokémon inside. And, that gray Pokémon actually wants to listen to that person's orders and attack other innocent Pokémon. The green caterpillar said angrily. He still doesn't have the concepts of trainer and tamer in his mind. Chapter 8. The meaning of taking over. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Spitting out a mouthful of turbid air, the golden cat said to the green caterpillar. That red and white ball is the key. The person you see has the identity of a trainer, and that big wolf dog is the Pokémon he tamed. The green caterpillar tilted its head. Conquer. What does it mean? Lan Fu answered the green caterpillar with his own understanding. You can call the person who has tamed Pokémon a trainer. There are many ways to tame Pokémon, and throwing the ball is the simplest way. Let Pokémon fall into a weak state, and then throw the ball to tame them. The green caterpillar couldn't understand anymore. What? Weak state. And what? Throw the ball. Perhaps he understood the confusion of the green caterpillar. Lan Fu continued to explain. There seems to be a bond between the conquered Pokémon and the trainer, connecting both sides. Basically, all Pokémon that have been tamed treat trainers with a loyal attitude. No matter what trainers ask Pokémon to do, they will follow suit. In one episode of the first season, Xiaoji and the rockets drifted to an island, and all the Pokémon balls were lost. Meow Meow commanded Abe Snake and Gas Bomb to attack Pikachu, but Erbao Kameng said he only obeyed his master's orders. Later on, Musashi and Kojiro complained about why they had not evolved. The Abe Snake and the Gas Bullet immediately evolved into both Abe Monster and the Double Gas Bullet. It can be seen from this that they are loyal to the trainer. There is also a special situation where Pokémon does not recognize trainers. Old Spray is a good example. Do you think so, Master Ji? But it obeyed in the 102nd episode of the first season. That person, using that red and white ball, conquered gray Pokémon, so that gray Pokémon will unconditionally obey his orders, right? By the way, Blue Fu lightly rubbed the red Y-shaped branches on the green caterpillar's head with a meat cushion, and the green caterpillar happily rubbed its head against him. So I don't really mind. Duo. Watching the intimate interaction between Blue Fu and Green Caterpillar. Did the walking grass get angry? There's no walking grass. Alright, walking grass is angry. Surprisingly, I only touched that green guy. Isn't she cute? Why only touch that green guy? The walking grass jumped down and happened to get stuck in Lan Fu's arm. Walking grass weighs a whopping 5.4 kilograms. Although it doesn't sound very heavy, but with a height of only 1.5 meters and a weight of 44.5 kilograms, Lan Fu, along with a dive from the walking grass. Heavy. Super Thunderbolt Universe Invincible Shadow Rampage Heavy. Perhaps not so exaggerated. In short, in the unprepared situation of Lan Fu, a grass plant weighing over 10 pounds fell onto his hand wall. However, Lan Fu was still very determined and persevered, not throwing the walking grass to the ground. Quickly supported the walking grass with the other hand. Lan Fu's current state. Holding a ball in both hands. Walking grass. Your whole family is a ball. Ola. It's better not to move around. He felt like he was sweating profusely now. Walking grass used, sacrifice collision, the effect was outstanding. Did walking grass fall unconscious? How much I believe in myself. Lan Fu suddenly realized how innocent the elves were. I just gave her a bottle of milk, did she trust me so much and jump down? Are you really not afraid that you can't catch it? Now, it can be considered psychologically that I have subdued the walking grass. Lan Fu suddenly had a slight feeling. Chapter 9. On the first day of leaving bed, think of it. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Believe it or not, I'm wilting to show you. Walking grass doesn't care if it almost fell off just now. She only knows. This golden big cat. I touched his shoulder. Insects. But I didn't touch myself. Walking Grass doesn't know why I have strange feelings. Although it was only her first day of acquaintance, this strange golden cat held a very important position in her heart. Lan Fu used his golden claws to touch the leaves on the Walking Grass head, which barely calmed her down. He lifted his head and looked at the gradually darkening sky. We need to find a place to sleep. Where do you usually sleep? He asked the Walking Grass. The green caterpillar doesn't need to ask. Based on what he said, it can be inferred that this guy has always been sleeping on a tree. Although he can sleep on the tree. What about Walking Grass? Can't he keep holding it, right? It's not very reassuring to put it underground, find a cool place and dig in the soil. Lan Fu could sense pride from her tone. Blue Fu. Okay. One or two, asking is also a waste of time. It's truly you, Walking Grass. It seems that tonight, we can only temporarily find a cave to deal with it. On the first day of leaving the bed, think of it, think of it, think of it. One person and two elves wandered around for a long time but couldn't find anything. It's completely dark now, so it's probably around 10 o'clock. Lan Fu suddenly came up with a good idea. Pokémon Center. How could I not have thought of it just now? Wake up Joey and Geely Egg who have fallen asleep again, and Blue Fu calls out, Ola Ola, pointing to himself, the Walking Grass, and the green caterpillar. He folds his hands together and puts them under his face, simulating a sleeping posture. The Walking Grass and the green caterpillar repeated his words again, and Geely Egg also helped translate on the side. Joey still can't understand. System. What to do? Blue Fu throws the problem to the omnipotent stars. Ding. Speak human language, I asked you what to do. Ding. What I mean is. You can speak human language. Ah. Lan Fu is confused. Lan Fu is very confused now. Shouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be said? I just called out to myself all day, but now you tell me, can I speak human language? Ding. I thought you knew. Stupid. Being scolded by the system. See, excuse me. Can we take a night off here? As soon as Lan Fu spoke, he was shocked, not to mention Joey and the three elves. What kind of thing? This sounds Zengtian. I am a strong young man of 22 years old. Not a 22-year-old Jingtai. Ding. Host. Haven't you noticed it all along? What did you find? Your body is in a juvenile state. Lan Fu fell silent. Ah. Joey, who was originally drowsy, suddenly woke up and selectively ignored the issue with Blue Fu. At this moment, her attention was entirely focused on, this Pokémon can speak human language. Can you speak human language? Give it another try. Lan Fu extended his paw in front of Joey, and a blue electric current surged through, accompanied by a crackling sound. Just increase the force a little more, and the current will surge onto Joey. Alright, I won't ask anymore, okay. Joey silently took 2 steps back. By the way, what did you just say? Blue Fu. Chapter 10. The Story of White Prostitution. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at the comments section. Lan Fu repeated what he had just said. Joey made a mistake. So. You're a wild Pokémon, right? You haven't been tamed. This Pokémon Center can live in, but there's no bed. Don't you have a bed for trainers to rest on? Lan Fu asked. Joey shook her head. You must be aware of the situation in this area, right? As no one continues to live here, the Pokémon Center has started to be demolished. Once all the Pokémon are transported elsewhere, the Pokémon Center will be demolished. What do you mean? It won't be what he thinks. The bed for the trainer's rest has been dismantled. There are quite a few wild Pokémon here, and there are also many who come for treatment. However, no Pokémon has come to find a bed to sleep on before. We really didn't think about what Pokémon would do as trainers to live in the Pokémon Center. Lan Fu suddenly had an idea, and the golden big cat's eyes lit up. "Excuse me, do you still have any free Pokémon balls here?" "Ah. Yes." Joey entered a room and after 2 minutes, handed Blue Fu 3 Pokémon balls. "Thank you. In the future, it's better to speak less human language and listen to the pricks on your own." Place the green caterpillar and walking grass on the ground, and the big cat lightly touches the button on the elf ball with a blue meat pad. The next second, it turns into a red light and enters the elf ball. The elf ball shook a few times and stopped. "This wave belongs to I tame myself." An electronic sound popped up in my mind. Ding. Achieve achievement. Capture yourself, reward. 500 task value, ah. Achievements. What the hell? System. Tong. What do you mean? Lan Fu asked angrily. Ding. Literal meaning, okay. Lan Fu released himself from the Pokéball and then lifted the other 2 Pokéballs. Lan Fu squatted on the ground and asked if the walking grass and the green caterpillar wanted to enter. The green caterpillar lightly rubs the button on the sprite ball with the red Y-shaped branch on its head. Immediately after, the Pokéball opened, and similarly, it sucked in the green caterpillar. The Pokémon ball lit up the green light without even shaking it. Ding. Successfully subdued the green caterpillar, reward. 300 task values, total of 500, Ola. And you. Walking grass thought for a moment, but still went in. Ding. Successfully subdued the walking grass. Reward. 300 task values, total of 500, I have saved up 1600 task values, happy. Is it okay now? Ah. Oh. This one is fine. Lan Fu loaded himself into the Pokémon ball. Joey picked up 3 elf balls on the ground and handed them to Geely Egg. "I'll leave it to you." "Ah. I'm going to sleep now." After speaking, Joey lay on the front desk again, leaving the Geely Egg alone in disarray. The next day, Lan Fu slept and woke up naturally. Looking at the surrounding environment through the Pokéball, front desk. Ah. It's only 6 o'clock. Damn biological clock. Lan Fu released himself. After drinking a bottle of Moo Moo fresh milk and taking a few bites of fruit, I raised my level to level 13. Lan Fu saw through the Pokéball that the green caterpillar and the walking grass had not yet woken up, and then woke up Miss Joey again. "May I ask? How many Pokémon balls are left here? Can I have a few?" Joey answered him in a daze, "Yes." "Where is it?" asked the lucky egg. Then, she fell asleep again. Blue Fu. Joey used the skill, Sleep, which resulted in outstanding effects, restored all health, and cleared negative states. Lan Fu had no choice but to wake up Lucky Egg again. Lucky. When she learned that Joey had entrusted all her work to herself, while she was sleeping soundly, Geely Egg was about to slap Joey's big ear. "Ola." Lan Fu quickly stopped Geely Egg. The latter had no choice but to angrily grab the Pokéball, and every step was taken with great force, hitting the floor with a clattering sound. It can only be said that fortunately this lucky egg does not experience an earthquake, otherwise Gao Gao would have dismantled a Pokémon Center to release chi for you. I took a few Pokéballs and casually grabbed a backpack. Geely Egg stuffed a few Pokéballs into the backpack and threw them to Blue Fu. Lucky. You. Hurry up and leave. No delivery. It's 6 o'clock in the morning now, Lucky Egg, or Joey, there are billions. A little bit of waking up energy, it's normal. However, Lan Fu kindly reminded me. Ola. How much is it? Lucky. Get out of here. I'll send it to you. Get out of here. Pushing Lan Fu towards the door with force, under Lan Fu's mournful cry of, hey hey hey, my walking grass and green caterpillar haven't taken them yet, Geely Egg turned back to take 2 elf balls, stuffed them into Lan Fu's arms again, and then drove him out of the Pokémon Center. After leaving, Lan Fu turned back several times to look at the Pokémon Center to confirm if Geely Egg or Joey had followed. When it was confirmed that each person and one Pokémon had gone back to sleep, Lan Fu buttoned his head. Are you really free of money?